Hi everybody, Dr. Sia here. Welcome to the series we call What's the Diagnosis? If you haven't checked out the intro video for this series yet, make sure you do that now. In this video, you're going to see me conduct an interview with David, who's come to therapy and we're not really sure yet what his problem is. So at some point, the video is going to pause and you're going to get to work out what your hypothesis is about what his diagnosis may be. And then we're going to restart the video and you're going to hear me provide my hypothetical diagnosis at this point in time. After the video is over, I'm going to wrap it all up and have a discussion about what it is that I saw and why it is that I said what I said and so on and so forth. So make sure you stay put and I'll see you at the wrap up. David, what are the problems that you've been having?
Well, it's been a few things. I guess the most persistent one is that I've not been sleeping very well, which has been going on for a while. And I went to my GP and she couldn't find anything physiologically wrong with me. And she suggested the best she could do was suggest prescribing some sleeping pills to help me get some sleep. But that's not really, doesn't feel like a solution for me.
No, sure. Yeah, you're here looking for a solution as opposed to something that just gets you through.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Sure. I don't want like a Band-Aid. I want the actual issue, whatever it is, to go away.
Okay, yeah, it seems like you're quite motivated to do something about it, which is really good. And I'm wondering, when you say that sort of you're not sleeping well, how much are you actually sleeping?
About 5 hours a night.
5 hours.
Something like that.
And what's normal for you?
Closer to 7 or 8 hours a night.
Okay, all right.
And
how long has that been going on for?
About 3 or 4 months now.
Okay, 3 or 4 months. All right.
So I was expecting it to sort of go away because you hit these patches once in a while. But it just hasn't gone away.
I understand. So normally you hit these patches and they go away, but this one has stayed.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. And what's a patch for you? How long does a patch run?
Like a week or something.
Okay.
Something like that. Just comes and goes.
This is much longer than
this is way longer. I mean, it was 3 weeks by the time that I went to the GP.
Sure.
And I wasn't happy with that solution, so I just kept trudging through it, expecting it to go away.
Yeah.
And after I went back after it was a couple of months, and she said I still couldn't find anything physiological, so she suggested maybe seeking some therapy.
And over this 3 to 4 month period, has anything else been happening for you?
It's a lot of just general disinterest in, I don't know, like things that I used to be interested in, like things like my hobbies or things that I used to enjoy. It's not.
You're not enjoying things that you used to enjoy, and has that been happening for longer than the 3 and 4 month period? This interest in things. You say that the sleeping problems come and go. I'm wondering if this disinterest has been there for a longer period than that.
I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's been about the same. And I sort of associated that with the lack of sleep.
I understand. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, that it's caused by the lack of sleep.
Right. Well, I'm getting less stress, so I'm not mentally there.
I understand. And what are your energy levels like then?
Pretty not my usual daily energy level.
Yeah.
Basically, like
Can you give an example?
Like I used to be. I'm usually very active playing with my children.
Sure.
And now I just I do like my 5-10 minutes of actively playing with them, and then I just find a way for them to engage themselves while I sort of just sit back and watch or something.
Sure.
So I'm not engaging with them as much as I used to.
And do you feel guilt about that? No.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely I do. And I'm sort of aware of when I'm doing it, but I still do it anyway. And then later I try to put my finger on why I'm doing that.
Sure.
And there's no answer. A little bit. Yes, but I feel like saying I'm down doesn't quite cover it
Okay.
because it's everybody feels down once in a while.
Yeah.
That's not. It's not quite the same as it's. I mean, it's an amalgamation of all these things that I've been talking about.
Yeah.
Plus feeling down and like generally not getting along with like I mean I've been getting into disagreements with my wife a lot more. I'm not really. Anytime a friend calls up and say, "Hey, do you want to do this?" I feel like saying no, even though it's things that we used to do together.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it. It seems more like a burden than something fun that I'm looking forward to doing. So.
It seems to me, David, that what you're saying is that you might be experiencing um, possibly a bit of depression. Would you say that's sort of what you would call it? That you're a bit depressed, or
It's I mean it's something I considered, but the thing is, it seems like a bit of a cliche. You know what I mean to say that, and I feel like too many people. It's become such a common thing for people to say that I don't really want to. I thought about it, and then I thought that I don't think it's that, but I don't know. I'm open to the possibility that that's what it is.
Of course, yeah.
But
if we take all of these feelings that you've had, all these experiences, how long have they all been going on for you? Is it this first time that this is like this for you? Has it been like this for you in the past as well?
I don't not to this extent. I don't think.
Not to this extent, but there's been.
Yeah, it's been sort of.
Yeah. And then now it's really peaked.
No, it's just not going away. Okay. Like I mean, it's happened before, but it goes away in like a week or 2 weeks at the most.
Sure.
And never this bad.
No.
And never for this long.
Okay.
And I didn't have like a wife or children or anything. It was just mostly me at the time, so it was easier to manage.
Of course.
Even if I was in a bad mood all the time.
Of course.
It was just me. I wasn't really putting it on other people.
Right.
And now I can see my kids are sort of disappointed that I'm not engaging. I'm not getting along with my wife, and
your guilt as well about
right, not seeing my friends. It's like I've no. But again, and in spite of seeing all these red flags and problems, I still don't have the initiative. I don't feel the thing to stop doing that.
I understand.
Even though I can see what I'm doing,
you can see it happening, and there's something knowing that it's happening, but you're finding a problem with the one difficulty is to make it stop. You can't make it stop by yourself, and that's why you've been so motivated to come here to make all of this stop.
That's right.
So maybe what you and I can do is have a look together at what we can do to make this stop.
That'd be really great.
All right, so yeah, my formulated hypothesis was that he is experiencing depression. Now, again, when I say hypothesis, I'm not banking on that at the moment. It's just a hypothesis that we've developed in a very, very short time, but we can keep examining that together with David as we go along. So, what made me think that this might be depression? First of all, we had the sleeping problems. It's not uncommon that people with depression have sleeping problems, whether they sleep too much or whether they can't sleep at all. So, we used that as sort of a springboard into looking at, okay, what's his energy levels like? What is he enjoying in life, if anything? And both of those cases he was talking about, he has low mood and he doesn't have a lot of energy. So we again start thinking, yeah, this might be depression. A classic experience for people who have depression is guilt. And he had guilt too, particularly guilt about, in this case, the mood problems that he's been having. He said he's not enjoying much in life, he's feeling really low in mood, and he was not really able to deal with his frustrations as easily. So he was getting a little bit more, I suppose, argumentative or in arguments with his partner, his wife as well. So when we put all of those sort of together, we thought about, okay, what is this experience for him? And we notice that he's starting to withdraw socially. Again, another classic sort of experience that happens for people who have depression. So that was my working hypothesis. I hope you really enjoyed this series and getting a chance to get more involved with these videos yourselves. I will post more videos like this where you get a chance to guess the diagnosis yourself. I hope you're finding it educational. I hope you're finding it useful to use in combination with other studies and other methods and techniques you're using to learn more about psychodiagnostics. As per usual, it was really great for me. I hope it was for you too. I look forward to seeing you next time.